that obviously you're going into a hostile environment. You played 4 games here where the guys are rooting for you and cheering for you and supporting you. You're going to go somewhere and they're not going to like seeing what you're doing. How are you going to handle the hostile environment, the noise, and all that goes with playing at Lane Stadium?
I guess we'll really find out when we get there. We'll do what we can to get prepared for this week in practice, whether it's crowd noise, going on silent counts, whatever we have to do. But when it really comes down to it, hopefully that doesn't really play a part in how we perform. It's just we got to go out there and execute.
Did you grow up a Hokie fan? You've been to Lane Stadium with some friends of yours at any point, or what do you know about the Virginia Tech program?
Very solid program. I grew up. Not really. It really didn't matter if I stayed in state or not. Definitely a great program though. Frank Beamer's a great coach. Coach Kavanaugh, I think he's the linebackers coach, recruited me heavily as well. But this is one of those things I just wanted to get out of state. Nothing against the program or anything of that nature. But I know Lane Stadium does get really loud. It's going to be a night game, so. And I heard the weather might be a little cooler than what we're used to here, so it should be fun.
A certain amount of excitement going back to your home state and getting that playing in front of maybe some more family and friends.
Yeah, definitely. Me and Andre Branch talk about this all the time. I got a chance to talk to Logan yesterday as well. So it should be fun. A lot of the guys on the team, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's like a homecoming of sorts, I would say, but definitely expect to hear some noise and things of that nature, but I'm definitely looking forward to it.
You talked with Logan Thomas. What was that conversation about?
We just talked a little bit. We're pretty friendly conversation, nothing too big, but it's just good to talk to him all the time. He was actually the tight end on the All-American game we played in, so it's kind of funny how he converted to the quarterback over at Tech, but doing a great job over there, and I'm definitely proud of him. But definitely going to be a battle, something that's really going to test us this season, see where we stand. First road game is a night game, so definitely something that we're not used to, and it might get us out of comfort zone, but maybe it won't. So we just got to go out there and just prepare this week.
Did y'all know each other before the All-American game?
Yeah, actually went to a couple camps with him. I went to a camp at Tech and went to some combines with him here and there. And he got a cousin named Zach McCrary who plays defensive line, and he's a pretty good friend as well. So, it's probably gonna be some trash talking on the field. I would think so, but it should be fun.
How much does it help that you guys have played in a couple of big games, and this is the 5th game of the year? It's your first road game, but how much does that help you that you already have some confidence built up? Now you get to go see how it translates at someone else's stadium.
I think that it'd be interesting to see how reserved we are as a team. I remember coming to the season for the Troy game. Me and Sammy were talking before the game, and I was like, "You nervous?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You nervous?" I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit." So, definitely started making some plays here and there, and started to get comfortable every game, a little more confident every game, and hopefully this doesn't change anything. This should just transition right into it. So it's going to be a test, but I think we're up for the challenge.
How different is it going to be looking out there and seeing their kind of full forward defense that they play? Everybody kind of up close to the line of scrimmage.
It's a lot different. Watching film, they do a lot of different things. Bud Foster is notoriously known to be one of the top defensive coordinators every year in and year out. And I really do feel like, Coach Morris is one of the top offensive coordinators in the country. So it should be fun to see how the schemes work against each other. But we just got to go out there and execute. And if all said and done, I really do think we have playmakers to match their players. They got a really good secondary. And again, just like Florida State, it's going to be a test.
The robber coverage they do, how big a challenge is that for you, making sure you don't sort of fall into that trap and make some turnovers across the middle there?
It just depends on how much film I start this week with the recognition and everything of that nature. The safeties come down, it's almost like linebackers, and the corners drop deep like the safety, so it's like reverse cover 2 for us, and that's just something that I'm going to have to go through this week in practice. And we did a heavy walkthrough of that yesterday, so the coach is going to do everything. And then they should get me prepared for it, and I have to do the same as well.
So did you spend your birthday celebrating or watching film? Or both?
We enjoyed the win that night as a team, but, we know that, we have no room for complacency anywhere, and we just got to keep working. And that's the best part about this team is, like, every day in practice is a challenge for us, We haven't proved anything yet. We have a really solid team, but we still got a lot that we can improve on offensively, defensively, special teams wise, and I'm excited to see where this program's going.
theoretically, you shouldn't lose anything really taking this system on the road just because of the way you signal in plays and stuff. It should be pretty seamless, right?
Yeah, definitely. And that's one of the really good things about this offense as well. I feel like it's a custom for any environment. We're not going to change what we're going to do because of the type of defensive schemes that they have. So really, just, like I said, it just comes down to execution, and we just got to go out there and just perform.
I don't know if you heard about the 06 game the last time Clemson went up there. Coach Morris says when people tell him about it, it's Clemson was looking to see how fast they could get back on the bus. Have you heard stories about that?
Not really. I think I might have been a freshman in high school, something like that. It's just really, it's irrelevant, honestly. This 5 years after removed, I feel like, they have a different team. We definitely have a different team. This isn't the same old Clemson, I believe, from previous years. And I know people have their doubts here and there, but I really do feel like the program is on a verge for a different path, and we'll just have to prove it this weekend.
Is this the biggest challenge, though, sort of taking the show on the road?
Yeah, definitely, and mainly because it's the next game, and because it is a road game, and it's not like we're going to somewhere in Kalamazoo. We're going to Lane Stadium at a night game. So it's going to be hostile. I'm pretty sure they're going to have Sandstorm rocking in there, so it should be fun.
Do you worry at all about a letdown after 2 big games, or the fact that you're going to Lane Stadium for the hostile environment? You feel like that's going to just kind of overshadow that, and you'll be focused and they'll get your best effort? Because sometimes in college football, there's always that letdown factor somewhere down the line. Usually it's after a big win. Do you worry about that at all with these guys?
Definitely not a letdown. We have a solid leadership unit on this team, and the coaches do a great job of keeping us humble and things like that. So I would be disappointed if it was a letdown, but I'm pretty sure, I guarantee it won't be a letdown. We have we know that they're a very good team. We got to focus this week and give it all we have at practice, and just keep working from there.
Where do you feel like the offense has progressed really over the last 2 weeks? I mean, you guys have taken to a different play in the last couple of weeks.
Everybody's kind of figuring out what this offense is capable of. Again, we leave a lot of points out there, a lot of yards out there, and that's pretty good because, we're scoring a decent amount of points, but we haven't peaked yet, and we don't really want to peak. I hope we don't peak now. Maybe somewhere 8th, 9th game of the season, but it's still a work in progress, and that's the cool part about it, knowing that we can still make plays and things like that. So we got a lot of room for improvement, and just got to keep working.
Where's the biggest areas you feel like you need to improve on? What do you see when you go and film with Coach Morris and some of the guys?
Me personally, or for the offense?
For the offense.
Just like short yards is huge. I guess you can kind of say that's been one of the disappointing things. I would think third and short, 4th and short. We got to get 4th down. So if we're gonna go for 4th and 1, we got to get it. And it's coming along. It might be somebody missing, somebody here or there, but it's not like that we're not capable of. We just, everybody just got to do their jobs and focus on that play and that assignment, and things will be fine.
What kind of statement would it make if you beat the defending national champs, the defending Atlantic Division champs, and the defending ACC champs in 3 consecutive weeks? What would that kind of statement would that say to the national stage, to you guys personally? What would that mean?
We feel like we've been preparing for this since the South Florida game. Coach Sweeney said earlier in the year, this is a championship schedule, and if we want to be the best, we're going to have to beat the best, and this schedule is the best, one of the best in the country. So we just got to, focus. We got a lot of pride in ourselves as a team, and we're going to give everything we got. So that's all I can really say about that.
Have you taken any grief from anybody about the third quarter mess up?
Somebody texted me like, "Yeah, man, I seen it on PTI." I was like, "Man." I was watching ESPN last night and they showed it. I was like, "Come on." But I guess the one thing I'm glad it was a terrible moment. Don't get me wrong, but I'm glad it was a fumble rather than a pick. I really didn't want to pick him on the stats. I was like, no. So, it was just one of those plays, man. It's just, and it's kind of funny because the guys on the team he was around me a lot. I'm kind of clumsy, goofy. I be walking through campus and I trip over something. So it's kind of expected, but not really. It's just one of the plays.
Did you look up on the replay board and say, "Hey, my knee was down"?
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm walking back on the field, and there's a play stand. I was like, yeah, So I know Branch said he was talking to what's the guy name? I don't even know how to say his name, from Florida State.
Jordan Warner?
Yeah, he was like, man, I thought I had a big play highlight right there. And when they watched the replay, And then, you know, I ended up staying there, so it was kind of one of them deals. It's just like, you know, same thing with Justin Blackman. That was a bizarre situation as well. So I go on YouTube, 200,000 views. I'm like, that's terrible, you know. So.
But what does it say about you in this offense that you followed that up with a scoring drive?
We're capable of scoring anytime during the game, and we have players that arrive and step up in certain situations. Like I said, the biggest play of the game probably was the catch by Dwayne on the third and 10 when we were on our 20-yard line. I really do feel like that momentum drove us to score, you know. So when you got guys like that out there, you just got to find a way to get them the ball, and we're definitely doing a good job of that as a unit.
The situation where Nuke was open down there at the goal line, and was that just a miscommunication between you and Dalton, or how'd that work?
He couldn't hear me. I was screaming, and I don't even yell that much. I'm like, snap the ball, go, something. I'm clapping, stomping. And I'm like, man. And then I just had to call time. I was frustrated. Because the band was playing. I was like, I can't hear nothing, man. So, man, it's just one of them plays. But,
so are you concerned at all about the communication? Because I guess you said the band was playing with them. We're going to have to deal with that for 3 hours.
Yeah, hopefully, if we score fast enough, man, often enough, you know, it might be a little quiet in there. That's kind of what we were hoping. So, like I said, you never know what's going to happen during the course of the game, but it's definitely going to be a challenge. And they're going to bring their best, and we're going to bring ours. So it should be a well-fought game. And like I said, we're going to work on some silent stuff this week, you know, but it's going to be a fun week of practice.
What silent stuff would be used in game situations?
A few plays here and there. A couple in the hour, a couple last week. Not too much though. And you know, it's different all the time because you know we got a lot of motion as you can see in the offense. So making sure we time the motion up with the snap is very important as well. So just something we got to consistently work on in practice. I know that's something we're going to do all week. So you know, just got to take it from there.
Did you say you've been to a game there?
I've never been to a game there. No.
Do you hear the things that the fans say when you're on the sidelines or getting ready to run out onto the field? I mean, Landon Walker was like, I like it when they call me fat. It doesn't bother me at all. You know, I thrive off that. Do you hear any of the noise specifically, maybe if you make a bad play, that the fans get on you and start calling you names, or do you just completely get caught up in the game?
I try to, stay in the game as much as I can, try to block it out. I know, like last year and even last year, going through the games, you know, you hear so much. Even coming out from the tunnel, it's just like, boo, you guys suck. It's like, oh man, you know, it's crazy, it's hostile, but that's why we love it. It really is like a modern day gladiator to an extent, you know, so coming to the arena is very fun, man, and I'm just really looking forward to this game.
You know how big Clemson football is around here. How was Virginia Tech viewed in Hampton Roads and where you grew up? Is it a big deal, like with the Vicks going there and all that, or what's it like? How do people view the Hokies?
Virginia Tech because it's like Virginia as a whole is, I feel like, a talent-rich area for athletes, and you know, most of the time, we're a pretty solid recruit. You're going to stay in state and go to Virginia Tech, and you know, it's a few here or there that escape and go to different schools, but. Really solid program year in and year out. Probably one of the most consistent in the nation, and that's why, you know, people like to go play for Coach Beamer and those guys. And you know, it's definitely a step towards where we want to be if we win this game, and just got to take it from there and just keep working.
We see you, and a lot of times you're really laid back and you smile and you laugh a lot. But I went back and watched the game, and I didn't realize how competitive you were and all the fist bumps and jumping up and down you do. How competitive are you out there on that field?
We're pretty competitive. I mean, it's just in my nature. It's something I've been like since I was little. I mean, off the field, I'm pretty reserved and smiling and joking. But on the field, it kind of changes. Not until like a Tim Tebow sense. Like I'm not like screaming, like pumping, but I get intense out there, and you know, it's part of how I grew up. Yep.